So if you're a massage therapist needing to record your stats, this video is for you. What we're going to do is firstly go to the site. So I've got this saved here in my favorites. I'm going to our development site, not the live one at this stage, and I'm going to log in like I was a massage therapist. So I'm going to make it So what will happen is you'll log into the site and a dashboard will appear. This is our production site, so we only have a couple of contacts in here before we actually go on the live site. So let's say I provided massage to this person here. I'll click on their name. If you had other records, you could look them up here, press their first name, click enter, and all the Abigails would appear. In this case, there's only 2 contacts here, so we're going to add a service activity. So up the top here, once you get to their main profile page, next to their name, there's a drop-down arrow, and it says service activities. These are all the services that are being provided already. We're trying to test them out. So they're not real ones. When you want to create a service activity, click over here and add a new service activity. I'm just going to make this full screen so you can see it better. So it's populated the client's name. Then with some of the changes we're introducing, we need to actually link the service you've provided to a funding source. So on here you may have multiple funding sources. Because it's a test site, we have a lot. Typically it might be 1, 2, maybe 3 different sorts of funding. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look up more records so I make sure I get the one I'm looking for. So I'm going to pick this one here, the Department of Health funded service. The next thing I need to do is pick the service group. Now there's usually only one group unless you have massage for WANDIS or NDIS. You might be able to pick from a list of things that might say speech pathology, physio or massage, so you choose the appropriate one. In this case there's only one. And also the line item you need to pick. Mine doesn't show up with any options because this is our test site, but you would just see everything that's related to physio because you're in the physio team. So I'm just going to go search for the one I'm looking for. It's physio massage. I'll click add, and so now I've got the funding source, the group it belongs to, and the actual service delivery, which was massage for this person. What I'm going to do is just put a title on this as well. So this short service description was massage. The person attended the appointment. This drop down is for the times where people cancel and we're allowed to bill for it, or they cancel and it's a non-billable, or they did not attend the appointment. So we can still record it as well. The next thing to look at is if you're entering these stats for another worker, you can look them up in here. So when you click the lookup button, all the different types of users in the system are here. But what we've done, because these other massage therapists, they're not users of the system, we've put them in a different category. At this stage it's by facility and equipment, and what we're going to do is select the person. In this case it's Lynette, and I'm going to select her by putting a tick here, then select, now she's going to be, when I click add, part of the record. So this is actually on behalf of Lynette. I'm recording this. The next two boxes are for the place that you delivered the service. If it's an MSWA site, you can have a look here. You've got all the sites listed, and you can pick the one that it relates to. So I'm going to say it's Wilson, and I'm going to add. If it isn't a MSWA site, then it might be an external site, such as a client's home. So you would check the client's home, but not the Wilson site. The next thing to include is the time. So let's say it was today, and I started the massage at 1 p.m. and it went for an hour. So I can go either 1 till 2, or down here as well. If you click on the top time and make it what you want, there's pre-populated times where you can choose from as well. Now, if you have notes about this service activity, you can put them in here. I've just copied one that's quite common in swims. And then if you want these notes to be part of the health team notes, check this box here, and this will be created as a health team note for you. The final box to fill in is the person who actually logged this in for the user, for Lynette. So I'm just going to search for another person from the team. So let's say Dave actually booked this in for Lynette for this 1 hour physio. We can actually find out then who was the person who did the logging. So once you click Mark Complete, then what will happen is the job is now complete, and the funding associated with this person's massage will be deducted by an hour and the hourly rate that we charge for the massage. If you want to look at all the different categories of service activities that have been delivered, you can see that I can filter it out by when it started and who did it. So I'm going to set it to the current users, which is massage therapist. The last one that we did was this one here at Wilson. And if you want to go back in and look again at any detail, you can by double clicking, and it shows you more about the record. So that's how you create a service activity for someone other than yourself, and a few other fields that you might be needing to fill in there.